So one of the goals that I've had for the Colebrookdale is to give the experience of riding one of the Grand Limited trains from the period about 1900 to 1915, 1920, thereabouts. And that's the period of transition from palace cars through the first generation of steel heavyweight passenger cars. And it really was the golden era of American railroads, not just American passenger trains. And so we started out with the combine car, and we've cast the combine car as our handicap accessible car, and then we moved to the coach, and then the dining car, and then a parlor car, and then a lounge car, and now we've arrived at the end of the train and we need an observation car. And we've got the Linwood, which is a phenomenal car thanks to the Scott and Susan Bentley Fund, and it will be a wonderful addition to the fleet. It's very historic, it's very intact, but the Linwood is a private car. It was used by the Widener family and would have been used by a single group of people. It was not a public car. So I was looking for a car that would have been the proper end car on the train of this period. So I found the Diplomat with a group of wonderful folks at the Eastern Shore Railway Museum and the Delmarva chapter of the National Railway Historical Society, and I wrote them and said, if you're ever looking for a home for the Diplomat, please be sure to let me know. A number of months later they wrote back and said that because of some changes in their chapter and their mission, that they would be interested in working with us to see the Diplomat come back to life here. So our plans are to restore the car in a way that respects what it was when it was built. So that includes completing the rebuild of the observation end of the car, finishing the railing, reinstalling the dome, reinstalling the seats inside the car. They've done a lot of great work with the electric on the car, and so we need to find what else needs to be done to finish that work. Putting in a number of walls that were removed over time in the drawing room and in the buffet, and also doing work on plumbing because it still has its original drop-down toilets. We're going to have to fix that. HVAC, so on and so forth. So it's essentially fit out in keeping with the kind of work that we had done on the other cars, but in this case there's a lot more to work with than there had been in other cars.